I can add that I also come from the same university and almost the same problems as the previous speaker. Okay, so I was asked by the organizers to address not only the specific project, the MAST, but transportation security in general. I will, of course, mainly speak about the MAST, but I will say a few things about other aspects as well. Okay, so first of all, mass transportation is not, a generally used term. This was, in fact, a difficulty when we first applied for this, for funding for the MAST. But what we assumed in the MAST consortium and what has become the correct answer is that mass transportation is essentially urban and regional public transport. And this is, it's an area, well, starting from the bottom, it's an environmentally very important area. I mean, if we can have people traveling more by public transport rather than car, that's very good for the environment. From a security point of view, well, one aspect is that this is a critical infrastructure in the sense that if there are big disruptions in the transport system in a big metropolitan area, this has very big economic impacts. But furthermore, we have, of course, as is here in Madrid, so dreadfully clear, mass transportation is an area where the toll in terms of casualties can be very high if something happens, be it a deliberate attack or a major accident. So this makes it, I think, very interesting, if that's the right word, very important as a problem, and not least this quality, that you could really say that mass transportation could be the target of choice for two almost diametrically opposed types of terrorists. The type of terrorist who wants to really kill many people should go for mass transport or perhaps a football stadium. The terrorists who don't want to kill people but wants to just achieve economic disruption should do some other types of attacks on, well, of course, he could go for the power system, for the SCADA systems for electric power, as we have just seen. But I would argue that public or mass transport is a very good alternative also for that kind of terrorist. However, interestingly enough, mass transportation security is not a major area of security investment. There, I mean, the by far dominant area there is airport security, which is, as you have understood, not mass transportation in our sense. So this is, I mean, this is a little bit of a, well, I don't know how I should put it. It's another aspect that makes this so intriguing, you could say. I would argue that one reason why little is done about mass transportation security is because it is so difficult. So difficult, so you don't really know where to start, you could say. And, well, you can list a number of aspects. Mass transportation systems are typically not very, I mean, there is not a lot of money around there, largely operated on tax money, so it's not a big acceptance for cost increase. Also, as a traveler, your acceptance of delay and discomfort is not that great, particularly if it happens every morning. And also, of course, intrusions of privacy. I mean, we are normally used to seeing this as a part of our day when we read, perhaps the only part of the day when we are on our own. So it's very important for many people, I would argue, in terms of privacy. And of course, in all these respects, the car is a hard opponent. Another aspect is, if you compare to airports, is that mass transport are open systems with many entry points. Then there is another aspect which makes this difficult, for example, in terms of industries wanting to invest.